Down at the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 7.
It's a nice job by North Little Rock's coverage to force Ledbetter to tuck it and run. The defensive line collapsed. Not before he's able to pick up about 6 yards and set up a 3rd and short.
3rd and 3. The ball's on the Bryant 49. They need to get it just past the North Little Rock 48 for a first down. It'll be 3rd and 3.
So the
all sports momentum is such a big thing. There's Bracey. He's got the first down.
Anytime they need a couple yards or a big play in the running game, Bryant's been content with running behind the left side of that offensive line. Big 54s on that side. 73. 73, Jason Shiflett.
You almost heard a sigh of relief from the Bryant fans below us after they picked up that first down.
Yeah, Will Diggins, the big left tackle.
Bracey still in the game. He's to the right of Ledbetter. Ledbetter's going to run it. Ledbetter looking, trying to find something. Nothing there.
That's what you don't want if you're Bryant. You don't want your quarterback running horizontally. You want him going north and south, not sideline to sideline. That's not a recipe for success if you're the Hornets. You can gather the family for a must-see Christmas classic. A Charlie Brown Christmas is going to be Sunday, December 13th at 6:30 on Arkansas PBS.
2nd and 10. No gain for Ledbetter. North Little Rock with the 3 down linemen. They've been content with that pretty much the whole game. Ledbetter looking to pass. Quick pass out to his right. That's to Nichols, but Nichols quickly brought down.
Got to be careful there. It's a nice play by Marion Williams, but I like the play. I like the confidence. You can't stand over an offensive player, and I'm not going to say taunted him, but official could see that as taunting, but didn't get called for it there. Great play, though, in the flat.
Picks up about 3 yards. Short game for Bryant. 3rd and 7. Ball is marked at the 44.
An empty backfield.
They need to get to about the 37-yard line of North Little Rock. Ledbetter, time to throw. Looking, going deep. Has his receiver there. Just not brought in. That was Schrader. He was going to his main target inside the 10-yard line and just not able to bring it down.
Pretty good coverage there by North Little Rock on the corner routes. Just the ball hung up just a little bit in the air. Not a lot of wind here at War Memorial, but held up just enough, gave North Little Rock's 2 defenders time to close on it. And maybe just was this the 2nd punt of the game total?
We spoke with Buck James earlier this week, and he said one of the big things they had to adjust to was playing a day game.
Yeah.
They're not used to the sun and trying to find the ball in the sun during the daytime. And in a big stadium, sometimes it's hard to find and catch that ball. Line drive kick fielded by North Little Rock at the 15-yard line, but Bryant's quickly there to make the tackle.
North Little Rock had a player get off the sideline late there. No call. So the charging Wildcats get possession, and I'm not sure we would have thought this in the first half, but charging Wildcats have the football and a chance to take the lead.
I was just about to ask you, Bobby, did you think there would be a time earlier in this game that we could say North Little Rock has the ball with a chance to take the lead? But you answered my question there. I would have said no. Bryant had all the momentum. It looked like they were ready to run away with things. It was 20-0, but North Little Rock has scored 14 straight points. We talked about that last drive to end the first half and how big it was. That momentum going into the locker room. Well, that momentum has carried over into the second half. Bryant's had 2 possessions, no scores. North Little Rock 1 possession, 1 touchdown. Here's their 2nd possession. They're looking to take the lead. Cotton keeps it up the middle. Short game for him.
They're not going to be in any hurry. They've had success running the football, marched right down the field without attempting a pass on their last drive. We're going to see a lot of 4 Kareem Cotton, a lot of 11 Fred O'Donnell, and rely on those big guys up front to make something happen.
And you mentioned North Little Rock not getting in a hurry. Bryant can't score when their offense is over here on the sideline. Cotton in shotgun. He's got O'Donnell to his right. He's going to keep it, fires across the middle, and it is incomplete. Good defense from Bryant.
So great coverage there by Kobe Melton, but it's a good throw on target, but Melton gets his hand in there and knocks the pass away, and there we say it, a critical 3rd down, maybe on both sides.
3rd and 5. Hornets defense looks over to their sideline, tells the crowd, let's get up, make some noise, and that's what they do. Cotton looking to pass, rolling to his right. Has a receiver, but overthrows him just a little bit.
Had a step on Schroeder, the safety, coming over the top on the corner routes, but just could not connect. So that's a big stop for the Bryant defense, and they should get pretty good field position here.
North Little Rock goes 3 and out. Punt team on the field.
I like the idea of moving the pocket. You see the receiver open, just could not connect with his target, Felix Wade, on the flag route.
Good punt from North Little Rock. Sends the returner back. He's going to let it bounce. Gets a North Little Rock bounce. And this is going to be a heck of a punt. Ball rolls to a stop at the Bryant 25. So that is going to be a 55-yard punt for North Little Rock. Talk about flipping the field.
Yeah, that's what you needed for North Little Rock. And everything they're turning over right now is coming up aces. And now you got to rely on your defense one more time to get a big stop. If you're Bryant, this is when you've got to answer the bell. You haven't been challenged in 2 months. Your offense was clicking on all cylinders in that first half. Now you got to pick yourself back up and try to get back into it, and probably starts with the running game.
We heard Sam Pittman talk last week about you got to catch the punt. We're letting the ball bounce and we're losing yardage. That was the case there for Bryant. Catch the punt, and you don't let that the ball go and roll all that way. Quick handoff. Over the left side on the jet sweep. Not much there. Tanner Anderson picks up about 3.
That's a way to get your running back involved. An unconventional formation to line him up in the slot position and send him in motion to hand him the football. But North Little Rock all over it after a pickup of about 4.
A little different formation that time. We had Anderson and Bracey in the game. I haven't seen that many times today.
Yeah, it's a new wrinkle that you like to see come out in these state title games.
So you got Anderson to his left, Bracey to his right. North Little Rock didn't buy the fake. They were all over it. Goes over the left side, nothing there.
Yeah, it's, there's a lot of moving parts there. That's the simple crossbuck play. You remember the old split backs from the 70s and 80s, the 2 running backs go opposite directions. That's all that was. And North Little Rock's linebackers do a nice job of recognizing it and making the play right at the line of scrimmage.
About a minute to go here in the third quarter. Bryant leads North Little Rock 20-14. Hornets with 3rd and 7. North Little Rock players now looking to their sideline. They want their fans to get up on their feet and make some noise. North Little Rock trying to force a 3 and out, just like Bryant's defense forced a 3 and out. Ledbetter looking to pass. Finds a receiver on the sideline, and it is knocked out of his hands. North Little Rock's defender does a great job.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times. This looks like a cover 3. You have someone in the flats, you pass off the receiver, and you hope your safety can get over the top just in time. And there, the North Little Rock defender gets there just in time, knocks the football loose, and it looks like the charging Wildcats are going to get the football back after the big play by Davian Vason.
Hornets punt, high, short punt. It'll bounce, and it's a North Little Rock bounce. Bounces back across the 50. North Little Rock will take over on the Bryant 48. So we see special teams with a couple of big game-changing plays. North Little Rock gets the big punt to flip the field, and Bryant punt gets a bad bounce and comes the other way.
Yeah, well, the Bryant sideline saying that ball touched the North Little Rock player as off the ricochet, but it doesn't look like they're going to get the call, even though they're lobbying pretty hard for it.
See the replay on the big board here at War Memorial. I just saw it bounce and go back. It came close to that North Little Rock player. You see the
North Little Rock's got the football.
Well, this can be reviewed.
And Bryant just called timeout. It looks like we are going to get a review here.
Yeah, turnovers can be reviewed, and this would be a potential turnover.
This would be a big play. So if it happened, the ball happened to graze the North Little Rock player, it would be a live ball, and it was recovered by Bryant. And so we'll have to see.
The replays are reviewed up here in the booth. You'll see the head official come over to about the 20-yard line and talk with the guys.
The previous play.
Really saw this, and I think it's a great idea for the AAA because it is being televised. You do have cameras. You can take a look. They're looking for obvious mistakes. They're not looking for little small mistakes that, a yard here or a yard there. They're looking for game-changing plays, and this would be one of them. They can take a look at turnovers. They can take a look at all scoring plays. Now, coaches can challenge it if they have a timeout. They've got one challenge per game if they have a timeout. If that challenge is correct and they win the challenge, they get that challenge back. So you can have more, but if it's challenged and you're wrong, that's your only challenge. Now, I think this came down from the booth. I don't think this was a Bryant challenge. The booth will call or buzz down to the officials if they see something that they need to take a look at.
Yep. So it's going to be a big call. Thinking back to the opening drive of last year's 4A state championship game, Shiloh Christian had a big pass down the sideline. They ruled him out about the 8. They went to review it. Actually resulted in a touchdown, and we got another look at it here.
Just watch at the bounce. Ooh.
It's going to be tough to tell from that angle.
You know, I look at the reaction, and look, that's not a reason to overturn it or keep it. But you look at the reaction of thinking it was number 8 for North Little Rock. He didn't go and chase down the ball like that touched him. He looked like he got out of the way, and it didn't touch him because he just stood there.
Yeah, that's Felix Wade for North Little Rock, and I think you're exactly right. Anytime on the special teams unit, if the ball touches you, you got to jump on it. He didn't make the attempt to go track down the football, and if that's the only angle the replay crew has on it, I don't think there's any way they can turn that over.
Look down at the booth and see what they're doing right now. Can't really tell. I do see some of the assistant coaches, and they're all around the monitors looking intently, trying to see if they see anything.
So how big is this call, Wes? I think we're about to get the call here, but man, momentum either way, it's going to be critical.
That's Buck James that he's speaking with right now. You'll be able to tell from Buck's reaction.
The big term here is going to be conclusive. Was the play conclusive?
After further review, call on the field stands. It would be first down, North Little Rock. Bryant will not be charged a timeout.
So Bryant gets the timeout back. They don't get the football.
That's just saying that Bryant did not challenge it. They did not call for the review. That came from the booth. The booth buzzed down and said, hey, we need to take a look at this.
Yeah, they called timeout to give the officials and the replay crew a little more time to think about it, and they do get that timeout back. But now this is a big, big spot for the North Little Rock offense and the Bryant defense. Get the momentum.
So North Little Rock starts the possession in Bryant territory. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. North Little Rock trails by 6. Cotton in shotgun. He's got O'Donnell to his left. Here comes Jefferson. Hands it off to Jefferson on the fly sweep. Bryant strings it out. Good tackle by the Hornets.
Nice job by Austin Troder. He's been all over the field. Got the interception early in the game. Comes up from his safety spot and shuts down Jefferson after a pickup of about 3.
2nd and 7 for North Little Rock. Looks like they're content to let this clock run and go to the fourth quarter. You're going to want to hang around for this. You may want to call some friends and tell them tune in. And we got a great finish in store for us. It's the 7A state championship game. Bryant leads 20-14. You're watching the state football championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves. You know, I don't go anywhere without my passport. Thanks to PBS Passport, you can watch all my travel specials. This exclusive streaming service is just for our members. Not only can you see all my shows, but you can see thousands of hours of your favorite public television shows. Become a member today.
Arkansas PBS Passport now includes the best of Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Mansfield Park, and Sanditon. These and more Masterpiece favorites and other PBS programs are waiting for you. Donate $60 or more or $5 or more per month and enjoy over 1,000 hours of programming.
Well, the officials made their first big mistake of the day. They weren't looking at our guy on the sideline, and we were still in a commercial break, and the officials let him go ahead and play, even though we had our official on the sideline out in the middle of the field saying, hold up, we're not back from commercial break. What you missed was a Kareem Cotton run. He ran the ball for a first down. So North Little Rock has it 1st and 10 at the 38 after one play in the fourth quarter.
We only have 8 scheduled commercial timeouts anyway. They can wait for one.
It's an exciting time right now. They weren't paying attention. O'Donnell with the carry. O'Donnell gets loose. O'Donnell to the 20. Brought down at the 15-yard line. 23-yard gain for Fred O'Donnell.
Nice job to break the initial contact at the line of scrimmage as O'Donnell's a little slow to get up, but runs through an arm tackle there, and he's off to the races. And once he gets ahead of momentum, he's going to be tough to slow down. And he's going to have to come off for a little bit, though.
Ooh. He was trying to walk it off, but there's something with this lower leg.
128 now on 16 carries for Fred O'Donnell.
Trainer's trying to get him off the field so they can go and take a look. Obvious pain for Fred O'Donnell. Been so huge for these Charging Wildcats. 1st and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line.
The sophomore Torrance Moore comes in to replace O'Donnell.
Cotton keeps it, pressured, gets away from it. Cotton down to the 7-yard line. What a run by Kareem Cotton. Thought he was going to be brought down for a loss.
A great show of athleticism. Looked like he was going to lose his footing in the backfield. Able to stay on his feet, pick up some big yardage, and a good sign for North Little Rock. O'Donnell's back on the field.
Breaks one tackle there. Breaks another tackle before finally brought down inside the 10. Cotton to Moore, nothing.
Take that back. That wasn't 11 who ran on. That was 41, Chris Ganaway, another sophomore.
Bring up 2nd and about 1. They need to get to just outside the 6 for a first down. They're going to give it to him. They're going to say he got it. The spot fooled me, Bobby.
Yeah,
Thought he was short.
I'm with you. Now the question is, do you have faith in your sophomore to hand him the football down here, or do you rely on your quarterback, Kareem Cotton? Moore does have plenty of carries this year, 32 for 158 and 3 touchdowns. So he's seen some playing time.
10.5 minutes to go in this state championship game. Moore's got it. Bryant's defense has him. Moore driven back, no gain on the play. 2nd and goal. They're going to mark it just outside the 6.
Yeah, you know that Bryant's going to key in on the running back.
Now I see O'Donnell back in the game. That's where you heard the student section go wild. They know how important he is, and Big 11 just came back into the game. Cotton's going to keep him run behind Big 11. O'Donnell, he powers his way for 2 yards. They're going to mark him at the 5.
You just use your running back as a lead blocker there, and Bryant does a nice job of shutting it down. But pay attention here, as Big 99 is going to come off the field because his helmet came off. He's the nose tackle. So if you're North Little Rock, maybe you find out who replaced him and you run right at him.
3rd and goal. Ball is on the 5. Fans on both sides to their feet. Cotton looking to pass. It's deflected. It's knocked down. Huge play from the Hornets.
A great job and awareness by Hart Penfield, the linebacker. 44 is able to stay with his read. Saw Cotton come out of the play action with it and jumped up, got his hands on the football, and going to force a field goal attempt.
North Little Rock was trying to slip someone out in the flat. Quick pass into the corner for the end zone for the touchdown, and it's knocked down. Liam's in. He's 11 of 14 on the year for field goals. Good snap. There's the kick. It's good. It's a three-point game.
12.
It leads at 20-17 after the field goal.
It's a nice job to get points there, keep the momentum going. Of course, it all swung their direction because of the punts that either touched him or didn't touch him. And now we got a three-point contest with under 10 minutes to go.
Stick around. You're watching the State Football Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett, wishing you and your family a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season. With our busy lives today, we often forget the greatest gift of Christmas. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. I hope all of us will take the time and share the love of Christ this season. May your holidays be filled with joy and blessings. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at Everett.
Hi, Roger Scott for Big Red Stores. Big Red Stores is proud to support high school athletics and to sponsor these high school championship games. Over 40 Big Red Stores are located throughout Central Arkansas, each one staffed with our team members who have participated in games, marched in the band, or led the spirit teams in cheers. And now we are pleased to bring families, schools, and communities together. Big Red Stores, now more convenient than ever. Enjoy the games.
North Little Rock drives down but has to settle for a field goal after a big play from the Hornets defense. Big time pass deflection right there.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Just a heads-up play. You know you're not going to get home and get to the quarterback Cotton. So Hart Penfield got his hands up, knocked it down. But that extra point still looms large as Bryant missed one early in this contest. And that's why it's still a three-point game. Shorter kick this time. Bryant fields it at about the 11-yard line. They get across the 20 to the 25. Let's go down the sidelines and check in with Hayden.
You know, Wes, you alluded to this ball game earlier. Bryant playing Trinity Christian earlier in the season. It's really the only time they've been severely tested in the fourth quarter. A lot of nervous Hornet fans around here, but the student section trying to get these guys going. 2017 ball game right now. Bryant trying to move the rock. Who would have thought maybe an hour and a half ago we'd be in a 2017 ball game?
Not me. I've got my hand raised. I didn't think this was happening. It seemed like all the momentum was on Bryant's sideline. We'd seen it a game after game after game with the Hornets, just pulling away, blowing teams out. But North Little Rock made some big plays, got some big stops, and they made this a ball game. Bryant goes to the running game on first down. Nice carry, picks up 4 yards, so they're ahead of the sticks on this play. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Anderson on the carry there, and my man, big 70 Braxton Johnson, the first guy to hit him there at the interior of that defensive line.
Bryant's going to spread them out this time. Anderson goes up high to the right. He's in the slot, so we've got 5 receivers. Nobody in the backfield with Ledbetter. North Little Rock rushes 3. Ledbetter's got time, but he scrambles out to his right. He's going to keep it. Ledbetter picks up a first down. Ledbetter up to the 38-yard line. First down, Bryant.
That's going to put him up close to 100 yards for Anderson. You don't think of the quarterback being much of a threat to run the football. Just 252 yards in 12 games, but now, before that carry, he had 88 yards.
Such a smart play. He just rolls out right and sees that North Little Rock has everyone covered, just tucks it and runs and picks up the first down. Anderson with the carry.
It's going to be a face mask. Anderson's head snapped back quickly there. Did you know, fans, you can see the live stats before we do? All you have to do is download the Arkansas PBS Engage app to get all the numbers while the game is in action. Yeah, Anderson's head whipped back on that.
Here's the call.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask against North Little Rock. It's a 15-yard penalty for the end of the run. First down.
Really big penalty there because North Little Rock did a good job of preventing anything from happening on that play. So it was going to bring up 2nd and 10, but a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Ball's now inside North Little Rock territory. It's on the 46-yard line.
It's been a really clean game. Before that, just 7 total penalties, but now it's going to be 5 penalties for 55 yards, 3 of which were personal fouls on the charging Wildcats.
Empty backfield, quick pass. Big time broken tackle from Tanner Anderson, he was hit on his own 49-yard line, broke that tackle, and picks up another 11 yards from that play. They were going to lose about 5 yards on that play if the tackle is made. But Tanner Anderson would not go down, and he actually picks up 6 on the play.
That's great recognition by the defense, but the old adage, you got to see what you hit. And duck the head, didn't wrap up around the legs, and Anderson able to run through that one. Now it's second and manageable.
Hand off to Anderson, going over the right side. A lot of blockers there, and he picks up the first down. Ball will be marked at the 35.
This is a big drive for Bryant. You think of them as more of a quick strike, offense with explosive plays, but if they can chew up a little time, put the ball in the end zone, it's going to make it tough on North Little Rock to have enough time on the clock to get back in it.
Well, you're seeing that with Buck. They're doing some things to keep the clock ticking. You go down and take some time, score a touchdown, and it's a 2-possession game, and North Little Rock may not have enough time to score. Anderson with it. Anderson spinning, still spinning, spins again, gets the ball to the 34-yard line, pick up a 6.5.
Yeah, we're seeing Anderson start to get stronger and stronger as this game goes on. Should be about 99 yards for Tanner Anderson.
2nd and 4, the ball's on the 29. Great run from Anderson. He's going to get another opportunity. Anderson is close to a first down. Powell pushes forward. It's going to depend on the spot, but he's very close. They're going to stop the clock. They may look at it. They're moving the chains. Give him a first down.
Ball spotted right at the 25-yard line. Anderson now over 100 yards on the game.
Look at that clock ticking. Bryant up by 3 with the ball, 25 yards away from the end zone.
Expect to see more of Anderson. Just run the football. We're having success with it. Those guys up front doing a nice job. And go with what brought you.
Anderson over the right side, plenty of run to room. Anderson to the 10, 5, touchdown Tanner Anderson.
Anderson's going to get the highlights of that one, Wes. But once we watch the replay, look at number 81, the wide receiver, Robert Hendricks. He takes the defensive back and put him in the end zone. Great blocking. Anderson goes untouched. And that was the big answer score that we've been waiting for Bryant for about a quarter and a half.
Great job from the offensive line, from the wide receiver, as you mentioned. I don't think Anderson was touched. I think that was maybe the easiest touchdown in his career. Extra point attempt. It's up. And this one is good. So Bryant expands their lead to 10, 27-17 with 6 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, look at the left side of your screen here. You're going to send the receiver 81 there, just put his defender all the way back in the end zone. And that's what makes a running game successful, getting 10 guys to believe in the one who's toting the rock. And it worked out well, and Bryant's lead back to double digits.
Anderson jogged in the last 10 yards. Let's go down to the sideline, check in with Hayden.
Wes, that loud collective sound you just heard from the Bryant sidelines was a huge sigh of relief. I don't think these guys really thought they may be tested about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. But, man, what a drive put together by Bryant. As you mentioned it, Bobby, you said it. Give it to the guy that brought you here, Tanner Anderson, capping it off that drive. Nobody more fired off running off the sidelines. He just gave one of the biggest hugs you could ever imagine after that ball game. Unbelievable touchdown right there from Anderson. Bryant back up 10.
It does remind me of the Trinity Christian game where Bryant lost the lead. Trinity Christian actually took the lead, and then Bryant had to come back. So that's something they could learn from, and that's an experience that they could rely on in this state championship game.
That's why a team like Bryant goes out and schedules a nationally ranked Trinity Christian team to get you ready for moments like that.
Line drive kick fielded by North Little Rock at the 18-yard line. Plenty of room to run. Makes a move to the sideline, to the 40, push out of bounds at the 36, 35-yard line. Big special teams play for the Charging Wildcats.
Touchdown saving tackle by the kicker. Malachi Graham had the interception earlier in this game, but what a big play for North Little Rock special teams as they make the play here. It's an odd kick. It's kind of a spiraling kick instead of end over end, but they field it nicely, and Randall Adams does the work.
Got to give Jalen Glosson some love. He had a huge block on that play that opened up the hole and allowed his return man to get the ball to the 35. So that's exactly what North Little Rock needed. You know, this hasn't been today, I should say, an explosive team. It's been grinded out. They're down 10 with 6 minutes to go. They needed a big play. They just got it on special teams. It's a handoff to O'Donnell, nothing there. Bryant's defense stacked that play up.
Yeah, North Little Rock's offense probably doesn't have more than 2 or 3 plays for 10 or 15 yards or longer today, but so the special teams unit comes up with a big one. You can join the conversation with us on social media. Just use the hashtag ARPBSSports.
So far today, the biggest play has come from Fred O'Donnell, the 19-yard run. Chris Jefferson did have a 17-yard catch. Cotton with it. He's looking to pass. He's under pressure. Cotton's brought down. Sacked by the Hornets at the 42.
They picked their spots, Wes. Bryant hasn't brought a lot of pressure, but the 2 times they have brought, it's gotten home as Kareem Cotton on the play-action pass. A well-timed blitz there. And a couple guys in the backfield. And big 51 for Bryant. Able to wrap it up, and that's Garrett Bell, the defensive end, who also made the big play on the screen pass, if you remember, in that first half.
And big momentum has switched sides. This is the Bryant Hornets fans you can hear below us yelling defense. They sense it. 3rd and 16 for North Little Rock. Cotton under pressure again and again. He's brought down. The Hornets defense responds with back-to-back sacks.
Jason Shiflett, the junior, gets home in a big play. Cotton was able to spin out of one play for one defender, but Shiflett able to get in there and wrap him up. And North Little Rock likely going to have to be forced to punt here as they're faced a 4th and a mile. And the Bryant squad is fired up.
2 huge plays for Bryant. Just when you think North Little Rock, after the big kickoff return, was in business, Bryant's defense has responded with 2 sacks. And I think they've done a really good job, Bobby. It wasn't just one guy, it was the whole team, and they had him surrounded. Cotton is such an explosive player that if you give him a lane, you put a little pressure on him, he'll just take off and run with it and make a big play himself. But he's had nowhere to go.
They've done a really nice job of keeping him contained and preventing that elusiveness. You mentioned the way that Cotton can run the football. Bryant's defense able to swallow it up real quickly, send it down to Hayden.
It's 4th and 22, so North Little Rock sends out the punting group. They've got 2 of their timeouts left, so is that a fake punt? What are they trying to do?
They blew it dead. Let's see a flag. It takes some guts to call fake punt on 4th and 22, but I'd like it. I'm here for it.
Well, and Bryant didn't send anyone back. They had all 11 of their defenders within 10 yards of it, so they were expecting something.
Yep.
So now it looks like North Little Rock's going to change up what they're doing. They're calling everybody over to the sideline.
Wholesale changes.
The play clock is running. So there's 15 seconds left on the play clock, so North Little Rock's going to have to hurry.
The offense is out
back
there
on the field, so they're going for it now. They were going to try a fake punt. The play was blown dead, so it's 4th and 22. Here's Cotton calling for it. Back to pass. Cotton going deep. He's got Jefferson there. He's got another receiver there. Caught.
What a throw by Kareem Cotton. It's a big-time play down the sideline. You mentioned it, Wes, had 2 receivers running wide open, and it was Ja'Cory Stewart, the junior, makes the play, and it's going to be a 1st and goal. 4th and 22 turns into a big-time play, and they're still alive.
2 Charging Wildcats receivers right next to each other. Catch is made right at the 10.
2 go routes right beside each other. They made the play.
Donald spinning forward, power running, picks up about 2. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but he is so strong that the momentum carried him for a couple of yards.
Yeah, North Little Rock's going to have to make a change on the offensive line. I believe that's 53 who has to come out. Corliss Farmer, helmet came off, so he's got to leave the game for 1 play.
4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. North Little Rock, 2nd and goal. Ball on the 8. Got to get some kind of points here. They want a touchdown. Here comes the fly sweep. Jefferson with it. He is stopped at the 6. I don't think that was Jefferson that time. That was an 8 instead of a number 3. That was Felix Wade. Funny story about Felix. He's listed on Max Prep as Flex Wade. So he went about half the season with all the announcers calling him Flex Wade. Turns out they had missed a letter in his name when entering the roster on Max Preps.
Seen a lot worse typos.
Felix Wade. He's flexed his muscles a couple times this year. Here's Cotton rolling to his left, looking for a receiver. Back across the middle, lofts it up. Tipped by the Hornets, incomplete. 4th down.
That's a great job by the middle linebacker, just dropping back in coverage. And I believe that's 40 again. He's made a couple big plays today. Kobe Melton got a hand on that football, and it's 4th down. You're down 10. Might have to settle for the field goal here if you're North Little Rock, but it looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field.
Well, they have a good field goal kicker. He's already made one, but they are going to go for it. 4th and 7. 4 minutes to go. Play clock inside 14 seconds. Cotton's going to pass under pressure, rolls to his right, dumps it off, incomplete. Hornets do the job defensively, they'll take over.
So the big stop by the Bryant defense. Well, that one's going to be questioned a little bit. Not the play call, but just the fact that you don't kick the field goal and cut it to one possession. Cotton was rolling out, had a man open in the flat, probably wasn't going to get to the pylon. Nice job by Bryant's defense. Comes up with a big play when they needed it most.
He was looking for his big back, O'Donnell, but I'm with you. Even if O'Donnell brings it in, I think he's going to be tackled. He was running towards the sideline. I don't think it would have been very difficult for him to turn it upfield. So now North Little Rock needs a turnover or a quick 3 and out. You know you're about to see a heavy dose of Bracy here. Bryant wants to run out this clock with a couple of first downs. Bracy takes it, cuts it up the middle, powers across the 10, mark him down at the 11.
This is where if you're North Little Rock, first guy has to stand him up, and the rest of your teammates got to come in trying to get the football out.
We saw a lot of Tanner Anderson on the previous drive. Now they bring in Jamarian Bracy, another big back.
Not a bad combo to have, right?
Great 1-2 punch, and they've got a third in Xavier Foote that's picked up over 500 yards this year and 8 touchdowns. They've got 3 big backs, good backs. It's Jamarian Bracy in there right now on 2nd and 6. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. It's Bracy over the right side. Strings it outside. He's got first down and more. Bracy out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Move those chains for the Hornets.
What's scary about these two running backs, we've talked about how big they are, how physical they are, but when they get in the open space, they've got some speed as well. And that's why Bryant, between these two guys, have 1,700 yards, 27 touchdowns, and they're 3 minutes away from capping off a championship season.
Big run there for Bryant. They move the chains, get out literally from the shadows of the goalpost. They're now on the 25. Another handoff to Bracy, patient. Not much there this time. He'll fall forward for 2.
And North Little Rock's going to take their second timeout right at the 3-minute mark. I'm at my man in the middle. I've got a man crush, I'll admit it. Braxton Johnson with the stop. Not above that, Wes.
He's a big man, and he's made a lot of big plays.
Hey, don't forget, immediately following the game, you can stay tuned for Urban Forge, Ozark Artistry. This original Arkansas PBS film showcases the creativity, skill, and tradition of blacksmith artisans in Mountain View, Arkansas. We'll send it down to the field, and Sir Hayden.
Well, Sir Bobby, thank you very much. You know, all season long we've talked about Austin Ledbetter, we've talked about Hayden Schrader, but, you know, when you talk about this Bryant offense, they have been able to run the ball so effectively, and that's what they've been able to do in the second half. We've seen Bracy on this drive right here. Tanner Anderson able to punch that touchdown in to give them the 10-point lead. And I know Ledbetter's going to get a lot of praise when it gets to Fayetteville next year on the diamond. Hayden Schrader, how he doesn't have more offers, I have absolutely no idea. But when they needed it the most, the Bryant running game has stepped up, and they're trying to ice this thing to a third straight consecutive 7A state title.
And I gotta say, the offensive line, I mean, they have had some huge blocks, some huge holes. They've done a great job. You know how much Buck James values the offensive line. We're seeing it pay off right here. Love that play call. How about that?
Quick RPO. Corey Nichols wide open in the slot. Move the chains. A big, big first down. We do have a flag on the far side of the field.
Came in from that North Little Rock sideline. So you know those North Little Rock coaches were yelling, right?
Yeah. They've never missed a penalty.
Maybe an illegal formation.
They're marching it back.
Ineligible downfield on a forward pass on Bryant. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. We'll replay second down.
Surprised we don't see that more, Wes. To be honest, on these RPOs, those linemen are taught to go with those linebackers, go with the defensive end. Just get a little too excited, get downfield, and Ledbetter with the good call there, but you can see the big left tackle, 54, just too far downfield when Ledbetter lets it go. And a nice job by the officiating crew to spot it.
I love the play call because they've been running the ball, pounding it. North Little Rock's kind of creeping forward. And you fake the run and throw it out into the flat. It was an easy pass. It's going to be a high completion percentage to keep that clock going. But as you said, and you pointed out, that lineman a little too far down the field.
I do want to apologize. I said a good job by the officials. I didn't mean that.
Second and 13. Ledbetter looking to pass across the middle. Has his receiver. It is caught right at the first down marker. They're going to give it to him. First down, Bryant.
Nice job of being patient by Ledbetter. Of course, I got a joke with every official ever. But this is a receiver just trying to find that hole in the defense. And Blake Everett finds a little seam in that defense and gives him a first down.
Ball is moved and marked at the 36-yard line. Clock is ticking. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game. Bryant up by 10, trying to run out this clock and win their third straight state championship game.
Talk about a big play. Everett only had 6 catches all season. Makes a big one there.
There's a handoff. Nothing there. North Little Rock does a good job. Falls forward, picks up maybe 2. Timeout, North Little Rock.
That's going to be their final clock stoppage as the Hogs have fallen behind. You guys are watching our game. We appreciate it, but they have fallen behind at Mizzou. A lot more points than they scored in this one.
27-17. Bryant's pointing up at the scoreboard. Doing a little premature celebrating. Trying to get their fans up, get excited.
With North Little Rock being out of timeouts, 1 first down, we'll put this game away. So the next two or three snaps going to be really crucial for North Little Rock.
I'm not saying go get the Gatorade bucket. I'm just saying go find out where it is right now.
If you've got a blue one, go after it because Coach James is wearing a white shirt. Going to make it stick, make it show.
Bracy in there. He's going to line up to the right of Ledbetter. Bryant needs 1 first down. Probably put this game away. Ledbetter just told Bracy something. May have been, hey, go get a first down.
Stay in bounds.
He said, go get a first down and more. Bracy breaking free. He doesn't want to go out of bounds. He's down at the 25-yard line, and that will do it. Buck James puts both hands up in the air. He knows that will win Bryant the state championship.
At the end of this run, you see him kind of veer back into the defender, and that may be what Ledbetter's told him right there, stay in bounds. Picks up an extra couple yards, but by that, Bryant's going to be able to run out this clock, and for the first time in a long time, with Pine Bluff in the mid-90s, the largest classification in Arkansas, team has gone back to back to back.
Congratulations to the Hornets. 93, 94, 95 is when Pine Bluff won 3 state championships. So it's the first time in 25 years that a school has won 3 straight in Arkansas's largest classification.
Yeah, North Little Rock went blow for blow with this team that many considered one of the best in the last 30 or 40 years in the state of Arkansas. And Bryant's about to win game number 30 in a row, their 3rd state championship. Those guys on the far sideline, all decked out in white, have played a heck of a football game today.
Buck James just took off his headset and handed it off to one of the assistants there. There's the victory formation for Bryant. They're not going to try to score here. They're going to take it and take a knee.
Tanner Anderson's got to be your favorite for the MVP tonight. 18 carries, 100.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
The only penalty a coach won't get mad at is when you're in the victory formation, unless it costs you to run out the clock. But Tanner Anderson, 18 carries, 146, and 2 touchdowns. Jamarian Bracey, 14 carries, 94 yards, 2 more scores. The Bryant running games, while they're about to be 7A state champs.
Yeah, and if there was a way to split up that trophy into 5 pieces, I'd give it to that offensive line.
They played well.
So impressive. There's one knee.
One more will do it. It's a big win. Kind of, I'm not going to say a cap a dynasty because Bryant's got a lot of talent on that sideline that doesn't get to play because they've got a lot on the depth chart. But it's impressive to go out and be the favorite all season long in back-to-back years and get it done in those 2 seasons.
All right, guys, get your camera on Coach James. I see the Gatorade bucket. Coach James is on the 35-yard line right now. As soon as he turns his back, he's about to get a big dose.
He's no stranger to it. He's got his head on a swivel. He's looking.
That'll do it. Your Bryant Hornets are the 7A state champions for the 3rd straight year.
They went out and earned it. Bryant's at the line of scrimmage on offense, dominated this football game, and wire to wire, #1. They're ranked in the top 25 in a few different national polls. Cap off a perfect 13-0 season, which is pretty special at any level in Arkansas.
This year, things have been a lot different because of COVID-19, and the celebration and the post-game is a little bit different, too. In years past, you would see the teams line up, shake hands, talk a little bit. That doesn't happen this year in Arkansas football, so the teams just kind of give each other a wave, a salute, and a big salute to the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats. A lot of people expected a blowout in this game. 27-17, and North Little Rock had it to within a 1-possession game at one